Hey, precious people, how's everyone doing today? I'm talking about anxiety, parental anxiety. I was taking my kid back from school the other day and he said, Mommy, can I have a sleepover? And I said, no, you can't. He said, but my friends are having sleepovers and I want to have some. And I said, no, buddy, you can't. He said, why, Mommy? And I said, because I said so. And I was just being typical, not mindful. I remember growing up in Nigeria. It was 1992. I was around 7 years old. And I want to go play with my friends. And I would run to the kitchen. I said, Mommy, can I go play? And my mom would say no. And the next day, my friends would come call on me and say, hey, let's go jump rope. And I'll go, Mommy, can I play? And my mom would say no. And I didn't know why. I thought there's something wrong with me. I thought something was wrong with my friends. I didn't know why. And I just, swept it under the rug. And then fast forward, I'm a mom now of kids. And one day, my son went out to get a mail. I was pregnant, y'all. I was tired. I just didn't want to deal with it. He said, Mama, can I go get a mail? In his little voice. And I said, yes, buddy. I usually stand by the door. But the day I was so tired, I let him go out to get a mail. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I didn't hear from him. The house was very quiet. And that was unlike my son. When he's home, he's home. The whole place lights up. And I went outside and I called him. And he came out from the side of my neighbor's car. And we had just moved in. I didn't even know this neighbor. I hadn't spoken to him except hello and hi. When he came out, I said, buddy, what you doing over there? He said, I went to get the mail. I said, 20 minutes ago? He said, yes, Mommy. I said, what are you doing there? He said, I'm talking to the man. I said, what are you talking about? He said, nothing. And I was so terrified. And I took him inside the house and I went in my closet. And he came in the closet. He saw me crying. And he said, Mommy, are you okay? And I said, buddy, Mommy's okay. Mommy's just scared, but I'll be fine. And I went in my closet and I cried because my heart sank. I couldn't find my kid. I went upstairs, I couldn't find my kid. And I didn't know he was outside for 20 minutes talking to a stranger, and I didn't know what they were talking about. And I said, God, I don't want to feel this way anymore. This is terrifying. Why do I always feel like something bad is going to happen to me or happen to my children? I'm this happy, bubbly person, but somewhere deep inside me, I'm so anxious. I'm terrified. I said, I don't want to feel this way anymore. So I picked up the phone and I called my mom. And I said, Mama, did something happening with me? What's happening? And I also asked her, why didn't you let me play when I was a kid? Why were you so protective over me? And she said, baby, my daughter, I just wanted you to be safe. I looked for children for 8 years and I finally found you. And I wanted you to be safe. So I didn't let you play outside. At a point, we had almost 40-something children under the age of 12. So I wanted to protect you, and because there was a lot of abuse going on, a lot of molestation going on. So I didn't want you to mix up with the other kids. And he hit me. I'm protecting my child just the way my mother protected me. She had good intentions, but somewhere along the way, the anxiety she had seeped in through me. And I was passing along to my child, making him feel like the world is a terrible place. I know it's terrible things happening, but that is not his job to know that right now. My job is to make sure he is safe, to make sure he is protected as best I can. So we talked through it. And my mama said, I didn't mean to make you anxious. I just wanted to keep you safe. And because I tried to keep you safe, so many times my uncles came to my house to visit and they would try to touch me inappropriately and I would tell on them. And the next day, my dad would send them packing. Even it got to a stage where the help she grew up with, also she was like a sister to us. She was experimental and she tried to experiment on me and I told on her and they sent her packing the next day back to her parents' house. And that was because despite the fact that my mom was this anxious, overprotective helicopter mom, she made herself a safe place. I could go talk to her about each and everything I wanted to talk about. So he hit me. As I called my kid, and then my second child was around 3 years old. I had to teach them. I said, this is good touch, this is bad touch. If anybody touches you here, you scream, you say, I don't like it. Nobody should touch you here except they're bathing you. I had to teach them all these things because I was terrified of something happening to my children. And I told him, if you want to play outside, it's okay. I'll sit outside and I'll watch you play. So the next time he asked me, Mommy, can I go have a sleepover? I said, yes, buddy, you will. But Mama has to make sure it's safe for you before you can go over, all right? And he was happy because the last time he was sad, but he was happy. So I'm trying to teach him how to be safe. At the same time, I'm teaching myself how to let go and how not to pass my anxiety, my trauma from my child over to my child. I'm trying to break this chain. It could be something that you're doing and subconsciously you don't know it's something coming from your past. I try to address it. I had to seek a therapist and she had to talk me through this. So what are you afraid of? The things that you are afraid of, then do something about it. Tackle it head on. If it's about swimming, go with the kids to the swimming pool and make sure it's safe and watch them swim. Don't assume that if your child goes to the pool, they're going to drown. No. You have to face your fears head on. And that's what I did with my child. And it's not been easy because sometimes I watch the news and there's a child missing and we pray for this child to be found. But sometimes they are also found and they are dead. Just last week, a 6-year-old child, first grader, was stolen by her neighbor. And the child was dead, the neighbor was dead, and they're trying to figure out what happened. And then that thing comes back in me again. It's a terrible word out there. It's a scary word out there. But I have to silence that voice that no, there are good people out there. It's not good to talk to strangers. But sometimes when you're in danger, the stranger is your only way out. And these are things I'm struggling with, but I'm also trying to teach my child and walk through my anxiety and know that everything is going to be okay. And know that I can also be a safe place for my child. He can talk to me about anything, and things that he doesn't understand, I can explain. And I will not just, try to shut him down like I've always done. I made him feel like his fears were not valid. I just want to share about anxiety and parental anxiety. And I hope I just touched someone right now. I'll see you on the next video, okay? Love you guys.